قل هذه سبيلي أدعو إلى الله على بصيرة أنا ومن اتبعني وسبحان الله وما أنا من المشركين.
Also, we have the verse of the Quran, which is in Surah Al-Fatir, which is هو الذي جعل لكم خلائف في الأرض فمن كفر فعليه كفره, which means, in the English language, it is he who made you khalaif, yani the khalifas, vicegerents, we can translate it as, in the earth. So whoever disbelieves will bear the burden of his disbelief. And so here this verse is saying, it is He, Allah, who made you the khulafa, yani the khalaif, the vicegerents in the earth. So it's Allah who gave you this title, which is what the Quran is saying there. So there's another verse in which it is mentioning the Khalifa system, or the Khalifa in the earth. Also, there's a number of hadith, of course, and I think you all know this, but there's a number of hadith discussing the Khulafa and the Khulafa al-Rashidin. First of all, if you look at the hadith, which is from, you can see it in Abu Dawood, Tirmidhi, Ibn Majah, Ahmed, and Ibn Hibban. All of these scholars considered it to be Sahih, as well as Imam Nawawi considered it to be Sahih, and Ibn Kathir, and a number of other scholars. There is one scholar who considered it to be da'if, but to be a weak hadith, but the truth is, with all the other scholars considering it to be strong, it would be very unwise, and it would be very deviant almost to go out and say that it's not. The hadith is from Arbad bin Sariya, who said that then the Messenger of Allah lectured us one day after Salat al-Dhuhr, so after the Dhuhr prayer, the lunch prayer. Our eyes watered and our hearts softened. One of them said, "This is the farewell speech. What do you command us, O Messenger of Allah?" He said, "I advise you to fear Allah and hear and obey, even if it is to an African slave. Whoever of you lives after me, you will see many differences. So be careful of the innovated things, for verily they are misguidance. Whoever comes across them, it is upon you to follow my sunnah and the sunnah of the Khulafa al-Rashidin, which is the sunnah of the rightly guided Caliphs, and to hold on to that between your teeth." So of course, this is a very clear hadith. It's saying it is upon you to follow my sunnah and to follow the sunnah of the Khulafa al-Rashidin, the rightly guided Caliphs, who are of course Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali radiallahu anhu, and of course some even include Umar ibn Abdul Aziz and others, but of course the first four are definitely the Khulafa al-Rashidin, and this is the agreement from the scholars of this nation. So very clear that there is this hadith that says it is, if you come across these innovations, it's upon you to follow my sunnah and the sunnah of the rightly guided Caliphs. So there you have it. There's another word, Khalifa, in a hadith this time that we managed to find, which Halim was unable to find, but it's okay, brother, because inshallah it's there, and you can tell Abu Fadl also, the Kuwaiti, also I'm sure he doubts the authenticity of this hadith, and if he's a Shia, then definitely he will doubt it. But we are Sunnis and we follow Sunni Islam. We don't follow Shia Islam at all, and we don't accept anything that they say because they reject thousands of hadith. The next hadith, which also mentions the word Khalifa very clearly, is a hadith in Sahih Muslim. I think you probably follow Sahih Muslim, consider it to be authentic, unless of course you're a Shia. Then you only follow your own scholars, don't you? But if you're a Sunni Muslim, then you'll definitely be accepting the hadith that is in Sahih Muslim. And this hadith is إن الدنيا خضرة حلوة وإن الله مستخلفكم فيها فينظر كيف تعملون فاتقوا الدنيا واتقوا النساء فإن أول فتنة بني إسرائيل كانت في النساء. So this hadith is saying, verily the worldly life is like sweet fruit. Verily the worldly life is like sweet fruit, and verily Allah will make you Khalifa in it. The word Khalifa, that verily Allah will make you Khalifa in it. In Arabic, Inna Allah mustakhlifukum fiha. Okay, there's that word mustakhlifukum, Khalifa, the word mustakhlifum, and coming from the word Khalifa. So, verily, Allah will make you Khalifa in it. So see how good you act in deeds. And be cautious with the worldly life, and cautious with women, for verily the first tribulation for the tribe of Bani Israel, the tribe of Israel, was with women. And of course, you've seen how many kingdoms and empires and whatever it may be that fell because of the love of women. And many a man has fallen due to his infatuation with women who were not good for them, good for their kingdom, good for their caliphate, good for their empire, whatever it may be. Many a man has fallen due to his infatuation with a woman that could even be a spy. Russians are quite common in sending women to be a spy to bring down a nation. So the Prophet ﷺ is telling us a couple of things. He's telling us that the world is like a sweet fruit, and verily Allah will make you the Khalifa in it. So Dr. Halim, you must have missed this one as well, but this one is a little bit easier. It's in Sahih Muslim, so I think you'll be able to find it. But verily Allah will make you the Khalifa, mustakhlifakum fiha. And it doesn't get any clearer than this. Imam Nawawi explained in this hadith, in the explanation, those who are aware of the explanation of Sahih Muslim, the only person to explain every hadith in Sahih Muslim, and no one has ever really done this other than Imam Nawawi, because he did such a great job. No one could do a better job, apparently. So Imam Nawawi has said, Allah will make you khulafa. That's the words that Imam Nawawi used. Allah will make you, talking about our ummah, Allah will make you khulafa, and He'll make you the khulafa from those who came before you. He will see if you are doing it with obedience or disobedience. So, once again,